Whenever I got sick as a kid, my mom would always tell me the old wives' tale that you need to feed a fever and starve a cold. But more recently, when I got sick, I did some research on my own and found out that that is only partially true. It is very important that you're eating when you're ill because your immune system kicks in. Therefore, you have a higher metabolic need to fuel that immune system. So you need to be constantly eating so that it has the nourishment to make ATP or energy needed to kill pathogens. It is completely counterintuitive to try and starve yourself because it just deprives your immune system of energy regeneration and needs to work properly. This old wives' tale actually originated from a guy in 1574 named John Withal, who was a school teacher that posted a phrase in a dictionary that said, "Fasting is a great remedy for fever." The reason he believed this is because he thought the high body temperature of fevers was already fatal and bad. Therefore, if you were to eat, the digestive system would raise the body temperature even more, and he believed that was going to be fatal. The problem with this belief is that fever is actually a very good thing for the immune system. Raising body temperature actually kills pathogens because they cannot withstand the environment that they are in. Because of the increased immune response and higher body temperature from fever, the body's going to have a higher metabolic need. And to meet this need, it's going to activate the anaerobic glycolysis system, which uses glucose and pyruvate to make 2 ATP. ATP is the energy source the body uses to power all of its systems, and it's needed especially to maintain that higher body temperature as well as the increased immune response.
It's really interesting that the body uses anaerobic glycolysis to power the immune system because anaerobic glycolysis is typically only used during short-term high-intensity exercise. This just goes to show how much energy is needed to keep this immune system going. This is also why it's so important to be eating while you are sick because your body only has so many stored nutrients for the anaerobic glycolysis system to turn into ATP. You need to replenish these nutrients by eating healthy and nutritious food.
It may be hard to eat in general when you have a fever or a cold because of your weak body, your unbalanced digestive system, or even because cytokines released by the immune system can act as hunger suppressants. If this is the case, it is important to eat simple foods that are still high in nutritional value.
Some examples of these foods are fruits, because they contain vitamins and sugars that are converted to ATP by anaerobic glycolysis. Chicken soup and broth are a good way to stay hydrated, as well as to get proteins that are needed for cell creation. Finally, the most important thing to consume is water or sports drinks to stay hydrated. Sports drinks bring the added bonus of raising the body's pH, making your blood less acidic. This can alleviate pain and discomfort when you are sick and have a fever.
It's crazy to me that this whole wives' tale lasted as long as it did, especially considering it was made in 1574 and there's been so much medical advancement that disproves it. However, the saying's just been passed on for so long that people blindly believe it without doing any of their research first. People need to strive for scientific literacy rather than just assuming these old sayings are true. Science, especially the medical field, is constantly evolving. So it is so important to consult medical professionals or bare minimum do your own research before making any medical decisions. In the instance of feed a cold and starve a fever, the effects of this misconception are not as harmful as some, just because they're common illnesses. However, if you have a compromised immune system or if you continue to do this mistreatment, the sickness could worsen and you could end up in the hospital. So the next time you hear someone spreading scientific misinformation or one of these old wives' tales, please correct them so that we can increase scientific knowledge and literacy. Thanks for watching my video.